Hello again, friends! And of course, you are our friends. Welcome to D&M Sports Break number 219, where we hope to let the momentum roll just like, well, maybe I shouldn't talk spoilers. To heck with it. Just like Team Canada against France. I'm sure nobody's specifically recording that game. Aloha to Brent and Trevor and Michael. As per the usual, we're going to vamp here for a few minutes, allow for a little bit of time for everybody to hop in. First things first. People are putting numbers down. Why would they do such a thing, you ask? Well, I'll answer that in just a moment. But first, I have two trades to announce. Patrick has sent the Toronto Maple Leafs to Andrew in return for the Buffalo Sabres. And Santa Scott, once again, taking care of his people, sending the Washington Capitals to Dale in return for his favorite team in the whole wide world. I mean that as an insult to Nashville, of course, because he loves the LA Kings, the Nashville Predators. So he has traded Washington to Dale for the Predators. Number time. Make sure you put a number. Why? Because if you can get a number that we will find on a short printed card, you'll win a prize. For example, let's say we pull a card number 16 of 99. Well, Hunter has guessed number 16. He will win a prize. It is that easy. All you have to do is like this feed. I need your reactions. I need you to hit that little like button because I am incredibly vain and I need your attention. If you don't like this feed, I'll think that you don't like me, and nobody wants that. So, we also have a little bit of a special prize, if you will. As you guys know, last week we started with our first... I'm going to put Wild Willie right there because I don't know where else to put him. We started with our First Liners Club. The First Liners Club, long story short, will be anybody who joins 3 consecutive breaks. By the way, guys, if you guess the same number, it's all good. If you all guess number 4, you all get a prize. If none of you guess 4, then none of you win. So I appreciate you looking out, Brad. But Dominic, if you want 4, Brad, you want 4, that's all good. Just keep an eye when we do the break. Remember your number. And, again, First Liners. So, going forward, if you have been in this break and last week's break, if you join next Sunday's break, you will become a First Liner. Currently, we have 13 people who are part of the First Liners Club, which essentially represents our appreciation program. These are guys who are consistently in the breaks every single week. In general, what's up, Cause? Happy you're in the break. Chris is here, and Tyler and Fredgie. And in general, we're starting our Tuesday breaks every second Tuesday. That'll be this coming Tuesday. We'll get into a little bit with that as well. Excuse me. That guy's sold out, of course. Our First Liners, as we speak, are Fredgie, Dale, Downtown Dale Trades, of course, Trevor, Chris, Matt, Mario, Scott, Alex, Jack, Andrew, Julien, Hunter, and Vince, or Linda, if you will. For you guys, you will have a little bit more of a specific prize if you guess the right number. The first person out of those 13 names to guess the right number, you will win either your choice of a 2024 Team Canada Blaster or a pack of 24-25 Metal Universe Hobby, 2 packs of 25-26 MVP Silver, a 24-25 Extended Hobby, a 25-26 Series 1 Hobby, a 24-25 Perky, again, Hobby, or a 2025 Team Canada Junior Hobby as well. That is only for you 13 guys. If you are not one of those 13 and you guess the right number, you will win a prize, but it will not quite be a prize to that level, I will call it. And again, only one person. So the first person to win it will get it. If nobody gets it, maybe we do 2 prizes next week. We'll figure it out in the wash. But little appreciation to you guys. So if you 13, whoever's the first one to guess the right number, you'll win a much more handsome prize, if you will. Not as handsome as you guys, of course, but you get the point. Very lastly, make sure you stay positive. You guys are already awesome at that. When you see a nice card, go out of your way and say, hey, that's a really nice card. Because if you get a nice card, it would probably make you guys feel good for someone else to go out of the way and say, hey, that's a really nice card. So just make sure you go out of your way and kind of pump somebody's tires there, if you will. It is blaster time. So we inserted a 24-25 Series 2 and a 23-24 Series 2 as well. Mainly for these guys, we're Celebrini and we're Bedard hunting. Now, granted, I think on the back of Team Canada and Celebrini scoring a couple times here today, and Sid the Not-So-Kid, now the most scoring Olympic Canadian in history, with his 15. Let's start with this guy. Let's see what we can find. So I'm going to take a really quick drink because I feel a little tickle in my throat. Delicious. Hunter, yes you can, my friend. I will put you into 2 spots for next Sunday. Hunter M. 2 spots. Sun. Perfect. You're in like Flynn, Hunter. And if anyone ever has any questions about the first liners and how that works, all you need to do is ask. Ask right now. Send us a message. Whatever you want to do. Ask when you're in store. We are more than happy to fill you in. Starting next week, you'll start to see some new people, I'll say, in terms of being a first liner. And of course, we will do our big draw at the end of the month going forward as well. So, without any further ado, let's say Vince. That is for you. All right. So, allons-y with pack numero 1. And Vince, I know you're not in this break, but you're in the Tuesday break. That keeps you going as a first liner, so you will qualify for that hobby prize just by showing up and watching the breaks here right now as well. Downtown Dale Trade's favorite player in the whole wide world is Chewy. Matthew Kachuk, we'll put him right there just for Dale because he loves him so much. First rookie on the board is going to be Brennan Othman with the Rags, or the New York Rangers. We have our first young gun. It's going to be a quick reveal. And let's see. Blaster will give you 1 or 2 young guns on average. So, that is not Macklin Celebrini, but it is a Maverick Lamoureux. That gets Utah on the board. So the man with their first young gun. Wyatt Johnston is the Electricity. And we're not going to go through every base card. Keep in mind, we do not keep any... Patrick, you're in good company. If you don't like Chewy, I think you're in the right spot. What was I saying? Oh, yes. We're not going to go through every base card with the 2 blasters, or the MVP, but we do not keep anything. So every base card you see will go back to you guys. When we get into the bigger products like Artifacts or Spa, then we'll take a little bit more time on those base cards. Dazzler numero 1, and speaking of Unos, it's the grade 8 with Alex Ovechkin. Logan Stankoven, that is a rookie card for... Actually, yes, it is. We're 24-25. That is a rookie card for Stankoven. That goes to Dallas. And welcome aboard! Another Ranger hit. Once again, that would be for Pat and Brennan Othman with the welcome aboard. 2 more packs to go in our little appetizer here with our pair of blasters. Everyone's favorite Italian Finn. Matthias Michelli. Alright, sorry, I had to get that out. We have our Speckle playlist. That is Kill McCarr. Beautiful card on that end. Your On Tour, and thank you for the memories with Kirill the Thrill and Matt Boldy. And Young Gun number 2. Akurati. Sounds like a Star Wars character, but Akurati. And we're back to Utah. So I think the other Young Gun was Utah as well. So David Pasternak, a 4th insert. With Boston there as well. And then into your base. And yes, I agree there, Michael. There's a quick look at the Ovechkin he was mentioning. Beautiful kind of disco parallel, as they would have called it with a company like Panini. But the Dazzlers are always a big hit. And unfortunately, those were our 2 young guns. But our final pack, because you never know what you find. Get a little bit of focus here on Dylan DeMello. DeMello. Josh Stone. So that is going to be a rookie card there, going again to Utah. We have a Speckle on tour. This one would be Matchbox 20 and Jordan Kyrou. It's Rob Thomas and Jordan. And we have a Young Gun renewed on the board, and it will be Jake Getzel. That one going to Pittsburgh, of course, a throwback to his actual Young Gun itself. So a bit of a Utah box on that run. Plop that over there, and now we'll go in to Blaster numero 2. So once again, 23-24, number 29 for you superstitious folks out there. I know there's no superstitious folks out there. And it's looking good for Canada. If they can keep that goal differential against the U.S., should be able to avoid Sweden. Dale, the Kachuk card is awesome on the backdrop. Oh, Appreciate that. Here, we'll just throw that up in the air there for you. There you go. Is my feed, is my stream a little grainy? Is that what y'all are saying? It might be by double cameras. My PC was ridiculously slow today. Worst case, I can stop the feed and then restart it again if you're so inclined. It looks okay on my end, but I definitely can't see what you guys see on your end. So if you find out that there's an issue, I don't want to continue the break with everybody kind of with a grainy stream, for lack of a better term. So if anybody's having issues, just let me know. Sometimes when I go through quick, excuse me, my camera won't focus right away, so we're going quick on the blasters, of course. So, and that puck looks like it's coming right for his face, doesn't it? Isn't that like the best? I kind of... that or he like spit it out like Kirby. Alright. So, that's nothing. So, Luke, flip. Luke, flip. That's your glossy with Chicago. Dazzler, once again, this time is going to be Mikhail Sergachev with Tampa. And your Ecliptic will be Adrian Kempe, who unfortunately is going to have to do some work without Kevin Fiala for the rest of the year. Michael's good. Merck's good. All right. Yeah, I know, cause that focus will come back. My camera is meant for a wide angle, right? Like for a television screen. So when you have vertical cards that come at it, I really got to settle down. But once we get into the main event stuff, you'll see everything just fine with any luck anyway. But please let me know if it persists. Vasi is here with your Instinctive. That is going to be your Speckle Parallel. You have your first Young Gun. And it is Ryan Shea. Ryan Shea. That, of course, with the Pens. Igor Afanasyev with Smashville is your Superstar. Arguable, but he's a rookie. And then Kirill the Thrill is your PCs. No, not personal collection, but your player characters. Just give me one quick moment to wipe my nose real quick. Oh, that is better. All right. That's true, Dale. The Kings do open air. It's going to suck for the Kings. I mean, obviously now you're kind of looking, you're not looking at next year necessarily, but it's a big piece to lose, right? So you add Panarin just to lose Fiala, and it's like, oh, like what now what, right? Chris Kreider. Let the Levy break mirror line in. That is your gold glossy parallel. Canvas Time with Morgan Frost. There you go, cause. I use a big Philadelphia flan. You're a good flan. So it gets Morgan Frost on the board. Tyler Seguin with some deep roots. Final pack. See if we have one more final Young Gun or not. They did get Panarin cheap, Trevor. It was weird that they just let him go for a bag of pucks. Like I can't remember the name of the rookie they got, the former first rounder. Clearly they believe in him, but so we do have another Young Gun. Here we go. It's not Connor Bedard. Instead, it is Maxence Guinet. Maxence Guinet with Ottawa. Your portrait is Cale Makar. These ones, they've done some of them right. This I don't get. How are you an Avalanche team and you're dressed up like a Mountie, I guess? I like it when they have like Mark Scheifele in like a pilot uniform or Pettersson's an Admiral. That matches the team. But then you see like willy-nilly dressed as Davy Crockett. And it's like, who's this for? Who made that connection? And finally, the man who shall not be named. Well, I guess we can name him now. Carter Hart, Philadelphia, with the Instinctive as well. So regrettably, the Blasters end with a small bit of a whimper opposed to a bang. But that's okay, because they're just Blasters, so who cares? We're going to move on to the big boy, the rare boy, if you will, the MVP Silver Collection. The MVP Silver Collection is a CDD exclusive. You are only able to buy this product if you go to the Upper Deck Diamond Dealer Conference that takes place once a year. So, of course, as diamond dealers and as authorized internet retailers, we go. This will be box number 29 as well. And it is quite loaded. So MVP Silver does not have any inserts to it. They have silver scripts, they have copper scripts, and they have the black 1/1s. There should be about 8 silver scripts per box on average, and we should have 2 copper scripts on average. The beauty of this is that they took 25 rookies who didn't make it into the original MVP product. That would be your Schaefer, that would be your Senecas, that would be your Misas, your Cowans, etc. All those guys are the only ones you can get scripts from. So this is a product loaded with rookie stuff. That's better. So, well, you'll get the gist of it pretty quick with a beautiful rainbow foiling on pretty much all of them. And Hunter! That's cool. Alright. MVP Silver. Silvery. 20 packs. So here we go. Bonjour, Yvon. Happy you were able to make it in. So you can take a look right off the hop. So obviously we don't keep any of these, and they're gorgeous cards with that rainbow foil on every single base card. Again, the scripts are what it's all about. So we may not go through every single base, but we got Paterka, Nate Mack, Montembeau, Yanni Nyman with Seattle, Jimmy Snuggerud is your rookie with Sweet St. Louis. Get a little bit of focus on old Jimbo. There's your Beta Seneca. So believe it or not, like even this Seneca in my hands is worth at least $10. So if you have Anaheim, that's $10 for you. If you got St. Louis, that's another $5 to $10 for you. That type of thing. We'll put Seneca over there, Anders Lee, and Mikhail Sergachev as well. It's looking blank up there. Oh, do you mean my card stands? In terms of putting something there, I had Kachuk there, and everybody got upset. So we got Swaggy, Wawrinski, Jacob Quillen. Probably Quillen. No, not Krillin from Dragon Ball Z, but Quillen. Zane Pareka, which same type of idea. If you love a JJ Paterka auto. Okay, we'll have to come back to that. But yeah, again, these are not the scripts, but even this Pareka, it's $5 here, $10 there. There is going to be your first silver script. It's Brady Martin with Nashville. So that gets Nashville on the board and gets Santa Scott rolling. Silver on the back. We'll have 8 of those per box. Just a little baby Brady Martin born in 07. Buchnevich, Pierre-Luc Dubois, and Fabian Zetterlund coming up the rear. Aloha to you, Brad. Happy you were able to join the stream. Oh, we'll fill her up, cause don't you worry. Seth Jones, Kadri, Jake Wallman. We got Bushi, as I called him last week. Evan Bouchard, Madvai Gryden with the Flames. Trevor can tell us what if he's going to be any good there or not. Noah Ostlund with Buffalo. There's a rookie as well. And Zay Kopitar is your base, as long with Nico Hischier. Silver MVP is always an awesome one for breaks because everybody gets something. All these little cards that this box is just full with are $5 here, $10 there. And then if you can hit something like a Schaefer Copper script is over $100. We're going to have 2 of those per box. There's only 25 options. Casa, Saros, Jacob Melanson, who leads the franchise in hits in a game. He's like 1, 2, and 4 all time in hits in a game. And for those of you who don't know, hailing from Halifax, Nova Scotia. So Jacob Melanson on the board for Seattle, Sam Dickinson with San Jose, and Sam Rinzel with Chicago. Once again, that is a silver script as I move my gold card stands. Frank Nazar, second year, Lil Gouda, and Gino bringing up the rear for your base. Final pack in the bottom left. Excuse me. Shosturk, Zibanejad, Anthony Cirelli. We have our rookie in Jacob Skarek with the Islanders. That sounds like a Doctor Who character. There is your first rookie for Matthew Schaefer on the board. Not a script, but still. And there's another beautiful one, Michael Misa for San Jose. Victor Hedman, Owen Tippett there as well. This is what you want to see. This is a flipping good start. And Misa and Schaefer will be in Series 2 this year, releasing on March 4th, coming around the corner. Matchbox 20, we got Lundy, Kyle Connor, Artem Lashunov. I never realized his first name was Artem Lashunov. Axel Sendin Pelika with the Wings. Easton Cowan on the board with your first rookie there for Toronto. Laffy, and then Travis Sanheim as well. We continue. Sorokin, Cooch, former Moose and Mackenzie Weegar. Isaac Howard is your rookie with Edmonton. And there is your next script, which is a gorgeous one of Zane Parayka. So that is a silver script for him. A beautiful hit for Calgary. And that will have some weight to it. Sid the Not So Kid, AM34, and JT are the base. And once again, if you like the look of these cards, of course, we still have the product, a little bit of it in stock. But again, we do not keep any base cards. So if any of these cards match your team, you're going to get all of them. McJesus is here with a beautiful rainbow. Granlund, Connor McMichael in Washington, and Timo Meyer. We have Zeev Buynum. What's a Zeev Buynum? I don't know. Matthew Robertson with the Rangers. And then we got Logan Cooley and Matt, not Matthew, I guess he now goes by Matt Coronado. I think I should go the different way. Like, instead of being like, oh, my name's Theodore, people call me Theo, or that type of thing, like, really go out of your way and just be like, my name's like Theodore T. Thaddeus the third. I don't know. The Nuge, Schmaltz, Yanni Gord, Ben Kindle, your nice rookie there with Pittsburgh. And that is exactly what you want. So a Matthew Schaefer silver script. Last time that we, put it this way, last time that we had this Schaefer rookie, we had two of them. They were $30 a piece. So the fact that now we have a silver script Schaefer, that's quite a big boomer. So let's retire the regular rookie and get the silver. Marchenko, Blackwood, and Kyrou are the base there. I would have to imagine that if you have the Islanders, you probably just made back your break money on two little cards and an MVP silver. 24. That's you, Trevor. Trevor, you need a nickname too. What are we going to start calling you? I got Downtown Dale Trice and Santa Scott. What are we going to start calling Trevor? Let's make a poll for Trevor Boutilier's nickname, everybody. Brent, you can get us started. Clayton Keller, Stefan Nozem, Dylan Strome, Pavel Dorofiev, Oliver Moore is your first rookie of the pack, this time with Chicago. Sam Renzel, speaking of Chicago, rookie again. Charlie McAvoy, and Joel Farabee. Let's move this stack over here. Oh, let's take our time. We're going to do this right. All right, there we go. Now we go into the next corner. No copper scripts yet. Still no copper scripts yet. So that is not a bad thing because two of them are on the way. And of course, we're looking for the black 101. I had a nice Schaefer Kingler this weekend. I said, that's fantastic, Pat. I'm happy that you're able to hit big on that. Slav, Jake DeBrusk, Jack Finley's your rookie with Tampa, Madvi Gryden back again, this time with the base with Calgary. Matthew Robertson, that is a hit for the Rangers. A silver script as I look to show you the back. Matthew Robertson. I need a Miro, Heiskanen, Dustin Wolf, and Lucas Raymond. I love that everyone gets their base cards. I mean, that is the main thing, Brad. I had a couple, mainly parents, who say, hey, can I get the base cards? Because I like to give them to my kid to try to get him or her, like, to try to give him something that way we can share or that type of thing. So, yeah, Brad, 100%. We don't keep anything here. It all goes out. That way, even if there's like an Easter egg or that type of thing, it just goes out. No Demidov for scripts, Pat, because he would have been in the original MVP. So in that 25 name pocket, no Demidov. That's original. And to answer your question, Brad Clare, there are 20 packs with the MVP silver. Yes, 20 packs with the MVP silver, 8 cards each, retailing at $149.99. And Brent, Trevor has been known to be called the ultimate pack rat. The ultimate. What makes him ultimate? I feel like there's a story there. He's not just a pack rat, he's the ultimate pack rat. Elias Lindholm, Martin Natchez, Mason McTavish, Olivier Rodrigue, your rookie with Edmonton, Noah Ostlund, rookie with Buffalo, Sam Dickinson, rookie with Sweet San Jose, Noah Hannafin, and Owen Power, the other base. Brock Besser, Roman Josi, Owen Sillinger, rookie with Columbus. Another Matthew Schaefer silver rookie. Again, I do want to say, last time we had this card, it went for $30. So if we now have 2 and a silver script, Trevor, you're tap dancing. We continue. There is your first copper, and it will reward Nashville. So going out of his way was a pack rat. See, that makes sense, right? So Santa Scott, who went of his way to take care of downtown Dale Traits, gets a beautiful copper script of the up-and-coming kid Brady Martin, who was only born in 2007. Talk about making me feel old. Literally when I graduated, this kid just showed up. Connor Garland, Vincent Trocheck, and Jerry McCann. And by the way, if you're a Moncton Wildcats fan, we have not one, not two, not three, but 4 Cup RPAs of Connor Garland in our Moncton store, including 2 of his rookie Cup autos out of 36. Both of them are not overall expensive, less than $100. So at the same time, if you like Connor Garland, get a hold of us. And that is right, cause Mark March ended up with a Demidov young gun out of his tin, which we were quite fired up about. So congrats on that one. I'm not trying to zoom in on his crotch, just trying to get some focus for Devin Taves, who scored today for Canada. Zach Hyman, we have Dmitry Voronkov. Gabe Perreault is going to be your rookie with the Rangers. Also, your checklist card. Michael Misa is back yet again. That is our second Misa, with one hiding there behind the Brady Martin, so another good hit for San Jose. Speaking of, Brady Martin's back again. Brady's here, tell a friend. Alex Tuck, medicated wipes, and Kirill the Thrill Kaprizov, your final card in that pack. We have one more pack before we go to the bottom right. We still have a copper script to find. Ryan O'Reilly, Rasmus Dahlin, Ozzy Weisblatt, that sounds like a lawyer, with a rookie for Nashville. Danila Urov, your rookie with Minnesota. And we have Hunter Brzustowicz. Trevor, did I do okay on that? That is a silver script for Calgary. Gets Calgary on the board. Quinnigan, checklist card, Patrick Laine, and Mats Zuccarello. 5 more packs to go, and then we'll take a jaunt over to Artifacts as we start to really kind of dig into the meat on the bone here in the break. Kent Johnson, Thomas Hurdle. We have Casey Middlestat, MVP rookie again with Hunter Brzustowicz. You think I'd get better saying his name 30 seconds ago? You would think wrong. Ben Kindle is here, which is actually A, an awesome silver script because of who it is. B, look at how the kids sign their name nowadays. He just literally wrote Ben Kindle, opposed to doing the actual auto. So, again, beautiful card. Kindle is, I'm sure that Chris McCulley can account for this, being our resident Penguin fan. But from BC and only born in 07, Ben Kindle, center, is a very highly anticipated up-and-comer. So we'll put him on display. Troy Terry, Brandon Hagel, and Chandler Stevenson are the base. 1, 2, 3, 4 packs to go. Nashville is hot with the card, Scott. It's nice to see, like, the Brady Martin, again, that copper script, like, that could be quite solid, I gotta say. Like, this is the most slept-on product. Anybody who's come in the store and has tried one has always said they get their value. I have not seen one break where a guy hasn't gotten their value out of the MVP Silver. Again, yes, there's a lot of 30 here, 10 there, 15 there, whatever, but these guys are loaded, and they're short printed, so if you ever get a decent one and you want to grade it, the pop count on these are going to be minuscule. And a little focus there on my star. Don't bring me down. Roop. Pay hints. Alex DeBrincat. Claude Giroux. We have Luca Cagnoli with the Sharks. We have Brandon Coots, a rookie with the Nucks. And we have another rookie with Smashville, this time Matthew Wood. Stuart Skinner and Nolan Allen bringing up the rear. You never hear about Stuart Skinner anymore, do you? He's playing well with Pittsburgh. You don't. Now that he's at Edmonton, it's just nobody even really focuses on him. John Carlson's your first base. Into D-Gun. Parker Ford, your rookie with Winnipeg. That's a sneaky good rookie. Dmitry Simashev. There is your other copper script, and it will be Ville Kuvanen. That belongs to the Pittsburgh Penguins as well. So there's your quick peekaroo there at the back. Another script for Pitt. And Pitt belongs to Santa Scott. So Scott Carson, another script there for you. I'm actually going to bump Schaefer up here. Let's do this maybe. Cole Caulfield, Mikko Rantanen, and Mosai. 2 packs remain. Obviously still hunting any sort of black 101s. And I've lost track of silver scripts if we have 7 or 8. But Madougie, Hamilton, Pyotr Koshetov, and Pasta, Jacob Trouba, Ville Koivunen back again, this time in rookie form. Michael Brandseg-Nygaard. If you say his name quick, it sounds like a slur. We got Shuffles and Jake Sanderson as well. And the final pack. It's the final pack now. D-Lark, Sasha Barkov, former Wildcat Ivan Barbashev, Alexander Nikishin, a rookie with Carolina, and there is your final silver script. Noah Ostlund getting Buffalo rolling, and there is an actual autograph, which is nice to see. So Ostlund is going to be your final card. We have Bob, Aiden Hill, and Bo Horvat to go home on. So there you go, my friends. That is your MVP silver. So now we're getting into a little bit of the main course, if you will. We're going to go Artifacts, then we'll go to SP Authentic, and we'll go home with our Engrained Icons and our Stature. Two things. Keep in mind this is 25-26, so we are still in that year in terms of rookies that we are hunting for. Also, Artifacts is known as being an incredibly heavy redemption product. If we pull a redemption, if it has a team on it, it would usually go to that team, and if it doesn't, then it would usually not go to that team. We'd raffle it off. The redemption checklist is out. So if we pull a redemption and it says wild card, we have the ability to go and look it up and see now who the card is going to be. So there will be no more raffles for the redemptions unless there's for some reason not listed or whatever. But that is just kind of a heads up. So just because you see a wild card doesn't mean that there necessarily will be a draw. There will still be a draw at the end of this break because we have a free spot to give away for break number 221, which will be on next Sunday. So if you have at least one spot, if you paid it for at least one spot this week, you will have a chance to win a free as free can be spot for the following week. And Chris, that's for you. I bet you guys were worried when we started bringing in prizes for the first liners that all the box flips were going to go, because I know how much you guys all love those. Oh, nay, my friend. Nay. Box flips for you always. There's nothing more than I love than to scuff up the office ceiling. Back card first, Bo Horvat. There's your first base card. I know you didn't get a lot of good focus on that, but let's go here. You are correct, Hunter. So the redemption giveaway last week turned out to be an Easton Cowan out of 35. So it may not have looked like much out of the redemption, but that's going to be a boomer. Mark Stone, who scored today. And we have Wyatt Johnston. That is your lime green, but not actually green parallel. Trevor, I don't think I've actually seen... yeah, Brad, it was the Easton Cowan. So it was Easton Cowan out of 35. Ended up being the redemption after the fact. I don't think we've actually seen a lime green card with the green. Trevor said when he did a case that he said half of them were green, half of them weren't. But at the same time, number 44 is the number we're looking for. Now we're going to start getting into our short print or numbered cards, so please pay attention. Whoever claims their number first will be the winner. So number 44, aloha to Levy. Remember, if you can get your number on a short printed card, you'll win a prize. Our back card is going to be Jake Neighbors and Shuffles. Dylan Strome is your front base card. We'll get a little bit of focus there. And behind that, Chris Pronger. That is cool. With the Hartford Whalers, that is numbered out of only 75. So 57 of 75 for one of the best defensemen to ever lace him up. One of the toughest defensemen to ever lace him up, I guess I should really say. And of course, if you guys remember your lineage or your history, the Hartford Whalers became the Carolina Hurricanes. So the Carolina Hurricanes, I believe, belong to Chris McCulley, which is correct. So Chris, I know Carolina's not the most exciting team sometimes, but you have a beautiful Hartford Whaler throwback of Chris Pronger, numbered out of only 75, coming to you. I adore seeing the... I landed a Seafoam Green McDavid at 10 last year doing the Halifax. Damn, Brad! That's fire. Yes, I was going to say, I adore seeing the legends, right? The Hall of Famers, the whatever, like just... They don't get cards anymore, so it's such a treat when you do see them. Devin Taves, he scored again today. Owen Power, Andrei Svechnikov, and Redemption. So this one's pretty easy. Winnipeg, we can always try to go back and figure out what it is. If you guys are bored, it is number red 232. So if anybody does, if you're bored, go on to the checklist, take a look. It is literally, you can Google Upper Deck Artifact Redemption Checklist, and you can take a look at what the red 232 would be. But if you have Winnipeg is 18. That is same to Scott. So Scott Carson, you have this rookie redemption for you. All you have to do is go to their website, scratch off that code that's there, and redeem it for a prize. Or if you're so inclined, just give them a phone call. They'll be more than happy to take that over the phone as well. Back card is going to be Brock Faber. And we also got Lundy, two-time Stanley Cup champion Anton Lundell, Anita Miro, Heiskanen, and Dylan Duke. The Duke, a clear cut. Once I take this away, my focus will go really messy, but I'll show you a quick peek there at the back. And that gets Tampa Bay on the board. The beautiful clear cut card for the up-and-comer, the rookie, Dylan Duke. Dylan Duke. Get the D&M R&D team on. Intern, are you listening? Intern Jake, take a look to see what red 232 is in the artifact redemptions. It's not like he's got anything else to do up there. We have a thicker card this time, so more than likely we're heading into a jersey swatch of some sort, and it could be a bounty card, but we'll cross the bridge when we get there. Your back card is Nazem Kadri with the Flames. We have Arbor Zerkai or Wi-Fi on the front, and there you go, a Cutter Gauthier double swatch with the Ducks. So 127 of 299, an unfortunate ding there on the top. Just so you know, it wasn't me who did that. But 127 is the number we're looking for in the gold material for Cutter Gauthier, and that is quite the nice card there as well. If you need to, Upper Deck, in my humble opinion, blows companies like Topps and Panini out of the water. That would be enough to say that that card is damaged. I know it's really hard for you to see on stream. So whoever has Anaheim is Brad. Brad, if you want to send this in for a replacement to Upper Deck, contact us. I'll get you all the appropriate documentation, and we'll let you know how to actually go about it. No info yet on Beckett. So, Jake, if you hear me, intern Jake, there are two different Beckett checklists. There's the regular 25-26 artifacts, and then they published a separate page, which was just the artifact redemption checklist. So you might get a little luckier that way. But yes, if you do want to look at a potential replacement, do keep in mind, because it is short print, you might not get that same card back. But Brad, if you're interested or that type of thing, please reach out. We'll be more than happy to give you the information. And Upper Deck is an excellent, excellent company to deal with, so they will not give you any issues. 3 cards left. Thank you, intern Jake. I appreciate you. We will continue through. We have another thick card that's right there near the front. Excuse me. Brandon Carlo is your back card with the Maple Leafs. Timo Meyer and Nikita Kucherov. That we can work with. That one is in very nice shape. That goes to the Tampa Bay Lightning, of course. Tampa Bay belongs to Julien. So Julien, you're on the board, and that is number 45 of 199. So very similar to the Gauthier. That was 127 of 299. It is an even shorter print. Interesting that they're both called gold material, but one's at a 199, the other one's at a 299. But that gets them on the board. There you go. So Nikita Chibrikov, thank you so much, Jake. Nikita Chibrikov will be the redemption that you will receive Santa Scott Carson for the Winnipeg Jets. So you'll just have to go through and go through all the fun stuff to get that done. Let's do a little resorting here. As we'll get our swatches on display. The UD phone number on the back of the card's the easiest way to go. Yeah, of course. Whatever you think. 2 packs left. No one has guessed the lucky number there yet. But once again, if you're a first liner and you guess it, you'll win a very beautiful prize of your choice. Braden Point, I know there's no focus, but I'm not trying to spend too much time on the base. Casey Middlestat, Matthias Michelli, everyone's favorite Italian Finn. Matthias. And behind him, Jacob Quinlan, Maple Leaf Center, the Ruby Red Parallel, 494 of 599. Hailing from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. Always excellent to see a Maritimer make it into the show. Do you know if them patches are game or just player award? What an excellent question, Brad. So all we got to do is just take a quick look at the back when it comes to the COA. Once I get you some focus. So the Kucherov is game used, hockey mem. Bloop. And your cutter should also be game used, hockey mem. So being used in an official NHL game, the whole rigging. Typically, the only time Upper Deck doesn't put game use stuff is if they specifically do the manufactured patches or if they're a rookie. So typically rookies, they don't have enough time to actually play a game and get them. So the rookie will wear the jersey. Sometimes they'll wear the jersey, do the autographs, and then they'll take the jersey off, and then they'll repurpose it from there. But usually RPAs, you don't actually get game use stuff until products that come very later into the year. This is your final pack of artifacts, by the way, my friends. Your back cards are going to be Bushi, as I like to call them, and also the man passed around more than currency, Michael Bunting. Jake Getzel, and your final insert is a Ruby Red of Teuvo Teravainen. That gives Chicago with a hit. The number we're looking for is number 283. If you are lucky enough to have number 283, you know what to do. And I never realized Teuvo Teravainen, quietly a very, very solid player. Plus 84, over 500 points. You wouldn't have think that necessarily with Teravainen, but he's one of those guys that doesn't miss a lot of time. There is your artifacts, everyone. Baboosh and Babushka. All right. So, we continue down the path with a box that is getting ridiculously expensive to reorder. These now retail for about $500. Celebrini Mania has completely taken over the world. If your name is not Crosby or Ovechkin or McDavid, your young gun is not worth any more than this 19-year-old Macklin Celebrini. That is ridiculous. But he scored twice again today. He looks right at home with Team Canada, and the future is bright for the Canadian forwards. If we find the future watch of this kid, just having it in my hand is going to be worth almost $5,000. Never mind grading it and any of that stuff. And keep in mind, there's a ton of other big names as well. Maybe we get Lane Hudson and company. Maybe we find that Cutter Gauthier. There's a whole bunch of beautifulness. So we will find out what is in our box of SPA, which typically has 2 autographs per box, sometimes 3 if you're lucky, with a case hit being a patch autograph as well. All right. 10 packs, 9 cards each. See what we can find out of old Macklin. I honestly think the best thing for Macklin Celebrini's value was Connor Bedard. I found people got really turned off being told who to collect and being told that Bedard was going to be good, even though he is. Don't get me wrong. And I think everybody who comes in the store claims to be the first person to discover Celebrini's greatness or to say, yeah, I knew he'd be better than Bedard or whatever. No, nobody knew. But people just kind of got lucky picking the popular guy, if you will. Fredgy! That's for you. All right, folks. So again, 2 autos on average when it comes to this box. Should be 1 future watch per box as well. See what we can find. Former Moncton Wildcat Jacob Pelletier. The aforementioned Connor Bedard. Sophomore card for him. Yeah, Fredgy Baboom! The Swayman. Matty Barzal, your maximum performance. We have some pageantry for Brady Tkachuk, who's really been the driver of the American team in the Olympics. And Clayton Keller is your limited red. Think of these like a canvas card in Flagship. They are just a subset card. Thatcher Demko, Vasi, and Shane Wright are the base. And we all know it's all about that base. We continue. Excuse me. Nikita Kucherov, saw him a few times today. Oliver Bjorkstrand and Mason McTavish. We have a green parallel from Maverick Bork. Those are numbered out of only 199 and 27. Anybody out there got 27? If 2 first liners or multiple first liners get the same number, I'll give you credit for both. But at the same time, yeah, Brad, represent, go Keller. But number 27, the number we're looking for. So make sure you keep track of your numbers. I will be double checking post break, and I swear to God, if you haven't liked this feed, you get nothing. Because I'm very vain, I need your attention. Collaborating together is a blue parallel for Matthew Barzal and Bo Horvat, and you get 1 red pageantry per box, and it just so happened to be Super Mario. Mario Lemieux, easily on the Mount Rushmore of all time. I know some guys who feel like he is the best player of all time past Gretz. That is a matter of personal opinion that we will not get into today. And those stats are a little outdated now that Sid the Not So Kid took over. But that's quite nice. That's nice enough that we got to give that a little bit of attention. So actually, let's take Koivunen. There's enough Penguins up here there, Macaulay. Nikita Prishapov. William Eklund and Cale Makar are the base. So yeah, only 1 red parallel pageantry per box. So to end up getting Mario, I mean, can you beat that? I don't think so. I need a Nico Heischer, need a Connor Alabuck, and Anze Kopitar, who's in his final year. This appears to be an auto, as far as I can tell. So, so you know what? To heck with it. Let's just show it off. So let's do it. Sometimes we wait. Not this time. And hopefully it is an auto. White Bucket 24 might be... threw us for a lupa. So this will not replace a regular Future Watch auto. This is essentially, I don't know, a bonus card if you want to look at it like that. 508 out of 999, as long as the COA doesn't say there's an auto, which it doesn't. But it is Seamus Casey, which will get the Devils on the board. Number 508, the number we're looking for. We have Marshall Rifai, and we have Igor Shesterkin, Tiny Tage Thompson, Travis Sanheim, and Jack Eichel will be the base. So Seamus Casey, the numbered card. I actually wonder... Yeah, 24-25. Well, there you go. Sometimes with him, if they don't have time to sign, perhaps his are just unnumbered or unautoed. The best player ever, McJesus, couldn't even hold his roster. When you think of Lemieux dealing with everything from the cancer to the injury, and after the cancer, he comes back and has one of the best seasons ever. And for the love of God, the man just had like one of the worst illnesses that you could possibly get. So, yeah, I will always entertain a Mario Lemieux, one of the best of all time type of conversations. The number one thing I always say is that Mario elevated the people around him. Gretzky was always just so determined that he needed pieces around him to keep up. That's usually the argument I hear. Brock Nelson, Devin Taves, Sid the Not So Kid. There is your Spectrum FX of Trevor Moore. Those are bounty cards. So once you collect them all, you can go on the Upper Deck website, scratch them off, and redeem them for a prize. Your prize may not be as good as what you get here at D&M Sports by guessing the correct number on a short printed card, but it will be a prize nonetheless. Sid the Not So Kid and Gino collaborating together, a beautiful Pittsburgh Penguin card. And Cameron Butler, your unsigned red Future Watch. Brady Tkachuk, Jake Sanderson, and Alexander Holtz. We do have some high numbers today, Brad, and that is kind of the fun part of it, right? It just keeps everybody on their toes. We've got Rhino, Cole Sillinger, Columbus Cole as I call him, the hometown boy, and AM34. There is another bounty card. This will be your Future Watch. Jason Poland with Colorado. Once again. There's your bounty. Gage Goncalves with the Lightning. And Matthew, see, it's not Matt, it's Matthew Coronado. Andrei Svechnikov, Chris Letang, and Halifax's second favorite son, Nathan McKinnon. I'm bringing up the rear. Bloop, bloop. Over to the right-hand side. Last season he had 199 points to show, trying to skate his back. Yeah. Da-da-do-do-do. The Thrill. Keener. Jack Quinn. Might be an auto here. This one looks a little bit different as per the usual. Appears to be the horizontal Future Watch, if I had to guess. So everybody lean in close. 152 is the number we're looking for. And it's Deep Baines. Not the droid we're looking for, but if you have Vancouver, you're probably pretty happy to get some ink in your hands. The next, number 16, goes to Jean-Guy. Jean-Guy. I agree, Pat. We need more Matthew. No more Brady's. There is your first Future Watch, though, on the board. Boom. Blue Parallel Cutter Gauthier rookie. A nice hit for Anaheim, including Brad. And Josh Stone, yet again another rookie, your red parallel. Everybody's favorite Kachuk out of all three, Matthew Kachuk. Everybody knows that. Quentin Byfield and Charlie Lindgren are the base cards as well, bringing up the rear. 4 packs to go. Should be at least one more auto. Dale, you got to be positive. Why you got to be like that? Jeez. Downtown Dale Trades here trying to sell me out here, stooging me. Seth Jarvis, thank you, Trevor Evil. You understand what we're trying to do here. Cole Perforati, as some people call him, but he's clearly Cole Perfetti. Quinnigan, and there appears to be your next auto, if I had to guess. So everybody lean in real close. Let's make sure we've got our focus. Let's see what we got. Blue Bucket, 16. Oh, the first man to touch the Stanley Cup in both 2024 and 2025. Sasha Barkov. An absolute stunner. A beauty. Oh, arguably the best card you could find. Andrew. I am so... Trevor. Andrew, I am so happy for you. Obviously, not just because I'm a Panthers fan. There's no bias here at all. You guys know that. But this is clearly as good as it gets, period. So, congrats. The limited auto for Barky, as he's affectionately called. And that gets Alexander Barkov on the board, which makes up for Arse Deep Baines, as Trevor calls him. Second year Coda Bedard, max performance. Let's get a little bit of focus to that. Look at that face. Monty, your limited red. Matty Beniers, D-Lark, and the Nuge. Bringing up the rear. Slick Auto was right. You better believe it. We continue. Look at all the positivity. Vaughn, Levy, Michael, Cause, Chris. You guys are awesome. Cooley, Norris, Laffy, Zach Dean, your freshman focus with Sweet St. Lou. Some pageantry for Brian Russ in Pittsburgh. And Maverick Lamoureux back yet again with unsigned limited red form. We have Granlund, Konecki, and Alexei Protas as well. As I turn my Arse Deep Baines. Trevor, that tickles me. That's funny. 2 packs left. Mitchie Marner, Thomas Novak, and Matt Boldy are your base. We have collaborating together Chris Kreider, Mika Zibanejad, not anymore. And there's another beautiful pageantry card. So your more normal pageantry, for lack of a better term. But Martin Brodeur. Marty Brodeur. Once again, I'm looking to see who's got jersey. That goes to Jeremiah. Jeremiah was here on a free spot. And anyone would be more than happy to go home with a Brodeur card. So that is absolutely stunning. And again, you gotta love the legends of Papu. Mershey, your limited red, this time with Boston. Trevor Moore, Samuel Erson, and Robo are the base. And just like that, we go into one final pack for SPA. Roman Yossi, the grade 8. Kevin Korchinski, sophomore. Ethan Del Mastro, your freshman focus with Chicago. Timmy Stu, one of my more... I don't know if you can get a more photogenic guy than Tim Stützle, in my opinion. He just, every card he has just looks so fantastic. Connor Geeky, your limited red, even he is like, whoa, look at that Barkov auto, that's so cool. And that was it. Just the, 3 inserts, that makes sense. Barzal, Caulfield, and J-Rock's favorite player in the whole wide world, Math. Marc-Andre Fleury, your final base. And there we go. So, we have 2 Engrained Icons and we have a Stature. I'm also going to take a very quick moment to do a cheap plug, if you will. Next week, next Sunday, so we will have an excellent lineup as per the usual. A pair of Stature, a 23-24 SPA. That is a regular Engrained box, not the Engrained Icons. We only had about 3 boxes left, so we went ahead and did one. 24-25 Ice, 24-25 Metal Universe, which treated us excellent last week. So 2 Stature, the Engrained, mainly your 3-headed monster, at least 2 autos out of your Spa, and then your Metal and your Ice as well. So cut out quite a bit of the fat, for lack of a better term. If you want to be like Hunter and secure your spots now, feel free to get in. And do keep in mind, typically, to become a first liner, we look for 3 consecutive breaks joined on a Sunday. Once you do that, you qualify for the first liners, which includes things like we're doing today. Just as a very quick reminder, if you're just joining, if you get the proper card number on a card and you like this feed, if you're a first liner, one of the 13 names I mentioned earlier, prize will be your choice of a 2024 Team Canada Blaster, a 25 Team Canada Hobby Pack, 24-25 Parker's Hobby, 25-26 Series 1 Hobby, 24-25 Extended Hobby, 2 MVP Silver Hobby Packs, or a 24-25 Metal Universe. So if you are a first liner who gets the correct number on a prize, you will win your choice of one of those prizes. Please note, only 1 prize per break, unless 2 first liners guess the same number. I will not make you decide. I will not do a draw. I will just give a prize to both of you. And once again, you never know. If there's no prize this week, maybe there's 2 next week. We'll have to see how it goes. If you're not a first liner, please continue to participate with the lucky number draw, but your prize will not be quite as fancy, let's call it, as what was over there. Lastly, this coming Tuesday, put Patrick down for 1 on the weekend. I can put Patrick M for 1. Patrick M 1 spot Sun. This coming Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. we are doing our first value break, which will feature a box of Stature as long as some other goodies and gems. That break is sold out, and we are now filling for the next break that will be on March 3rd. Believe it or not, that value break for Tuesday on March 3rd, we already have 13 spots sold, even though it's already 3 weeks away, or 2 weeks and a half, or whatever the heck it is. So we are taking spots for that now. That break will involve Black Diamond, the one on March 3rd. 1 team for Sunday Thomas says Yvon. Yes, there is still some room, Yvon. So Yvon and D. 1 spot. Sun. My son Yvon, you are in for 1 on the Sunday. You are in. And we'd love for you to join us Tuesday at 6:30 just for fun, to see what we find. But post-break, we're going to, on Tuesdays only, going to start experimenting a little bit with a little thing called a rip and ship. Of course, we have our website, D&MSportsCards.com. So you're able to go to the website. If you want to buy a box, I will rip it for you live on stream, do a little bit of a personal break for you, and I will have all of your cards set up either to be shipped off or to be picked up with your current break card. So once the break is done on Tuesday, we'll stay live for at least another 2 to 5 minutes after, see if there's any interest. And if there is, we can certainly go through and try something a little bit different if you want essentially your own personal break. So keep that in mind as well. I think that is all of our cheap plugs that we have to make. I lied, actually. Very lastly, the case breaks. So Series 2 case breaks. Our Moncton location is doing back-to-back case breaks on March 4th in-store after hours. Case break number 1, sold out. Case break number 2, sold out. So we are all done. Everybody is in. But our Halifax store will be doing a case break as well. They still have a little bit of room. You do not need to be at the store to take part in the break. You are able to just pick up your cards afterwards, but because it is in store, it will not be recorded. So if anybody feels that they got missed out on that, you can definitely jump into the Halifax break and take part that way. Is the membership going to be a regular thing? Matt, the idea is for every Tuesday. So every second Tuesday, but every Tuesday break. So the Sunday breaks are their own special thing. We do a free spot giveaway. We have a lot of fun, etc., etc. The Tuesday breaks have their own little gimmicks, like being able to buy a division and that type of thing. But the goal will be every second Tuesday, once our break is done, we'll linger here for 2 to 5 minutes, see if there's any interest. And ultimately, if there's interest, I'll stay for hours. I don't care. I'll stay till midnight if you guys want me to rip stuff for you. So there won't be a cutoff time per se. But yes, so if it is something that you're interested in, have it in mind. And even if you want, go on the website now, buy a box, and in the comments, put to be ripped and shipped on Tuesday or something along those lines. Or just reach out. We're super duper easy. If you got a question, that's all you got to do. Be like Matt. We need more people asking questions like Matt. Concern it. But yes, so we will be making that a regular thing going forward on Tuesdays. See what we can do and have a little bit extra fun with your own personal rip. Engrained Icons time. You saw me on my other camera, but I just took the plastic off. Box number 19 for you superstitious folks. We're pretty much going straight in to the final 3 now. Boom. And Matt, for that excellent question from you, this is for you. And hopefully we'll see if we get a first liner who can hit a number on one of these bad boys, since we're going to be getting into some more shorty prints. So, very best of luck, my friends. Engrained Icons is a heck of a fun rip. You got any 98.99 UD choice? No, but I do have 05, 06 and all the way up from there. So if you are someone who wants, hey, let's see if we can find a McKinnon Young Gun. I got that on the website. Hey, let's open up a box of Crosby Spagoo. I got that on the website. Hey, let's do a 10 of 15, 16 McDavid. I got those too. So I'm going to use my handy dandy off-screen pack opener. Works every time. There's your sneak peek inside with one massive Mama Jamma, followed by 5 thinner cards at the front, and then your box loader behind that. Engrained Icons. The term icon is thrown around a lot these days, but you can certainly do... Trevor literally just read my mind. So here's the fun thing with Engrained Icons. If you go to the base card checklist, it's 100 players. I think most of us could name or know at least 90% of them. Even if you don't know Brad Park, you know of Brad Park, is what I'm getting at. When you look at the autograph checklist, it multiplies by like 3.5 times. So, yeah, the word icon is thrown around a lot these days. We'll probably find that out firsthand. But it's just like any other product, right? You get some kind of more crummy rookies, for lack of a better term, and then you get a big boomer. So we've had some big ones before. We've had Patty Waugh sticks out of 49 and the whole rigging, so hopefully we can repeat that. Your second base card will be Matt Sundin with the Leafs. And there we go. Usually this one is not autoed, but it is usually a short print. Ron Wilson. So Ron Wilson with Sweet St. Louis, card number 50 out of 199. And now that we're into what I kind of call the main event here, we'll kind of do a little bit more of a quicker focus. This break is a little bit longer just because we had so many packs, but I don't want to end the break 10 minutes early on the back of not focusing on the big stuff, if that makes sense. So we should be getting into autos from here on out. Very best of luck to everyone. Let's see together how many names we can recognize. So White Bucket with the Reebok helmet. That would be a bit more of a modern player. We're probably going to the late 90s, early 2s. Oh, it's Chris Draper. Hey, that's excellent. I think we pulled a short print Draper last time we did Icons, but it was not an auto, I don't believe. Who's got the wings? Who's got the wings? Who's got those Red Bull-like wings? 6. Jean-Guy. Jean-Guy, félicitations. A gorgeous Chris Draper auto. And once again, take 20 seconds here, if you will. Here's a quick peek there at the back. Chris Draper on the board. Sorry, arse deep. Oh, Trevor. You're so funny. Alright, the beat goes on. Heck of a good start. Steve Duchesne's the LA Kings. Beautiful auto. I think that goes to Mario. Mario, you got LA? Who's got LA in there? Kings, Kings. 27. That is indeed Mario. Scott Carson, what do you remember of old Steve here? A resident Kings fan. Beehive signatures. And that gets that on the board. So let us continue to now sort of make tough decisions on who we're going to retire from our display. And now we have our thick one. Not necessarily an auto on the way, but typically at least some piece of big stick or something like that. Steve was awesome with the Devils. You got that right, Pat. I know, camera. I wouldn't want to focus on the Maple Leafs either, but here we are. At least it's Matt Cindy. Remnants card. Again, this is your very thick 180 plus point card. Black Bucket. Bauer. Those eyes. Oh! I know that guy. And you do too. Raymond. Ray Bork. Let's focus on that. Hold on here. Hold on here. Hold on. Hold on here. Hold on. Keep holding. Keep holding. Focus. Ray Bork. Stick. Shorter print. Oh, moving too fast. Moving too fast. There we go. Card number 50 yet again. Out of 65. And that is a piece of lumber from Ray Bork. Downtown Dale Trades, our resident Bruin fan, can appreciate that. That is game used stick. And there you go, Trevor. Trevor is one of those guys who takes care of everybody just like the rest of you guys do. And specifically didn't want to trade the Bruins because of Engrained Icons. So, good decision, Trevor. There you go. It's just so cool. It's so cool, right? Like, how do you go wrong with something like that? So pretty solid. The Chris Draper auto and the Ray Bork stick piece. Getting quite busy in the store here. We appreciate all your support there, guys. But with now the beat goes on, and if you didn't get your card in box number 19, maybe box number 56 will help as we go to Engrained Icons. Part 2. Off we go. But very, very nice. So a solid hit from Boston. Solid hit from the Wings. Honestly, and if you guys like Engrained Icons, you can thank Downtown Dale Trades. If you don't like Engrained Icons, you can send an angry email to Downtown Dale Trades. Speaking of Dale, that's for you. I asked Dale what he liked in the breaks, and he's like, I really like that Engrained Icons. We haven't done that in a bit. So I said, all right, we'll do two. Mr. First Liner, you got it. So we will continue. Ba-boom. Sneak peek number 2. Very similar pack to what we looked at last time. The very thick card. Your box loader there at the back. And then 5 thin cards, if you will. Ulf! No, not Elf. You can leave your cats out. Ulf Samuelson, your first base card with the Rags. And Jean Beliveau. I think you guys have probably heard of him before. But just having, like, Montreal. Trevor, you got Montreal. I get it, it's a base card. But to have a Jean Beliveau card like that, like, how can you go wrong, right? So, a very nice hit. Once again, your silver will typically be a bit more short printed, but not necessarily a hit. Pete Mahovlich. Another Montreal hit. Number 116 of 199. If anybody out there is number 116, you know what to do. And from here, we should be now getting in to our hits, and it looks like a Beehive auto to follow. Red Bucket with the Wings. Jimmy Carson. Jimmy Carson. Remember when we talked about the term icons being a little... Thank you, Brad. I appreciate you. I have 16 if that counts. It does not. But Hunter, I appreciate you. Dale always does that. He has number 4 and we'll pull 44, and he's like, oh, I get 2 prizes. And I'm like, no, it doesn't work that way. But another hit for the Red Wings with Jimmy Carson. And yes, you are correct, cause the days of no helmets Old Mason McTavish. That's the one thing I regret. When Mason, or not Mason McTavish, Craig McTavish, Mason McTavish. When Craig McTavish was here for Hockey Heroes last year, he signed a nice Oiler puck for me, and I forgot to get him to inscribe it. I want him to put like no lids or that type of thing on it. But yeah, that's just my little story. Beehive number 2. Eric Belanger. No, he's not Florida Panther legend Jesse Belanger. But it is another hit for the LA Kings. And that is a second auto for our first liner, Mario. Mario C, let's keep it clean. And talk about taking the time and filling up the... You knew when they called Eric and they were like, hey, can you sign some cards? He was like, oh my god, it's my chance. He probably took 45 seconds per card just to make sure that it looked solid. But there you go. I like the guy right over his left shoulder, where it's like, I know I'm getting my photo taken right now. That's neat. So Belanger on the board. And now your final card. This would be the thick one we talked about. Hopefully we can do something similar to the Ray Bork. Doesn't always work that way, but Cuts of Class. Not a Remnants. Good luck, everyone. Blue bucket. Looks like a leaf. Oh, it's a Bloody Warrior. Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. My Dougie. My Dougie. My Dougie. Look at that. I'm not going to go and touch it, but it is really hard for me not to want to just feel the texture on that silver that's popping off of that stick. That is flipping cool. And Patrick, I guess he sent the Leafs for the Sabres. So I guess I should be congratulating Andrew. But hopefully, Patrick, you feel good by that trade for old Andrew, and I'm sure he appreciates you too. Game use mem for my Dougie. Wow. The Bloody Warrior. Doug Gilmore was here for Hockey Heroes last year as well. Patrick, we appreciate you. Patrick, I'm going to give you a prize just for that. Okay, prize. So Patrick, expect a little kind of extra pack in your stuff. I just that's what you want, right? You pull off a trade, and when something happens, and what do they say? Attaboy, I'm really happy for you. That's what we want. So we want to reward that as well. Look at the stat. You can tell it's game used. You got the puck mark down there in the white in the bottom right, in the white and the right. Oh, cool, Trevor. You pulled that in the Halifax store. Well. Golly gee whiz, what goes now? Let's put Dougie here. And then we'll kind of move Draper like that. That looks good. All right. Well, we got you, Pat, of course, buddy. Not specifically numbered, so no prize to be associated. This will be your final chance for a prize here in Stature. This is when our go-home box number 66. We already pulled a Lemieux Red Pageantry. Can we do something better? Let's find out. As a reminder, the beauty of Stature is that it's a double year. The checklist is incredibly small, and it is a 2023 and a 2024. Patch autos are 1 in every 3 packs. We went through a little bit of a dry spell with the patches, and then we hit 4 out of 6 or something like that in a row. So that was quite nice. So hopefully we can repeat that. Love Stature Silver Bagger. Yeah, I agree with it. They got Bart Simpson to wave the green flag at Daytona. What? Bert Sampson himself, Hunter? That's crazy. Alex. That is for you. All right, everybody. Appreciate all of your time and all of your patience. We're all still here. We must be doing something right, and we have a patch. The luck shows that everything, whatever goes around, comes around. You know what I mean? Again, we probably did 5, if not more, statures in a row. We did not get a that we did not get a patch. Is literally the word I just said that I'm looking for again. And now we have gone probably 5 out of 7 boxes where we found one. So we'll take that all day. Sebastian Aho, not to be confused with AEW's Riho. I thought he said Bart Simpson. Yeah. All good. Oh, Andrew got the... Well, Andrew, you better check in later. You got a nice, beautiful one coming. Next one up. Pavel Mintyunkov, number 885 of 999. If you have number 885, I'll give you 3 prizes. Why? Because I'm confident no one has guessed number 885. I'm now going to hide the patch while Willie will watch it. And I'm going to show the card behind that. And it is Sid the Not-So-Kid, Mr. Canada, if you will. Crosby Canada, Canada Crosby. Can Cros. B-da. 210 of 249. The beautiful Crosby Stature card. That keeps rolling there for Pittsburgh, who's treated St. Scott quite well, and it's always a good day to get a short print Crosby. And behind that is Kyle Connor, number 44. Eric Gabranson's number 44, which I think we pulled a few times, out of 249. So Kyle Connor, 44 of 249. I have 88 a third. Yeah, exactly. Oh, Brad, you got half a prize with 44, right? Like, yeah, you guys. I kid, of course. All right, everybody. So here we go. Let's find out exactly what we have. I like to take a look at the designs to see which one is which. So do a little bit of a slow roll here at first. So for any of you guys wondering, that design at the top is a 24-25 stature card. So if we pull a rookie, readjust your thinking to 24-25. But I guess without any further ado, bonne chance, everyone, on the final card. Orange bucket. Are we going to the Quack Attack? Oh, I know him. That is a gorgeous prize. That is gorgeous. Mason McTavish, 26 is your final number to be matched up out of only 35. Back-to-back breaks with an absolutely stunning Quack Attack patch. Beautiful 3-color where it jumps right out of the card. Hard signed, of course, by Mason McTavish. Team Canada Junior legend. And an absolute beaut, which goes to Brad. Brad, we're pumped up that you joined our break. Hopefully you want to do the same for next week as well, and you want to hop in. There's your COA, game use hockey memorabilia, of course. Hard sign, the whole rigging with the auto patch green. One could argue a color match being green, but clearly orange is what we see here. But still an absolute beauty of a pull. And I think we made out pretty gosh darn good. Whether it was your Chris Draper auto, your Ray Bork stick, your Dougie stick, your Sasha Barkov. Again, don't forget about this MVP silver stuff. Like, this is like a $60 card just on its own. Like, we made out like bandits yet again, my friends. And I'm so happy that you guys continue to support us and continue to tolerate me as I continue to pull cardboard for you. You guys are so welcome. We always do this for you, and you always make it such a blast. Once again, we have a free spot to give away for next Sunday, so if you have a spot this week, stay tuned. It will be a separate video from this feed, but I'll be posting it in approximately 10 minutes from right now. And again, this Tuesday, we're all full, but we'd love to have you come in view, and if you want to take part in the rip and ship option, that could be quite a fun time too. So we want to make sure for that, and reach out to get into next Sunday at the same time. Enjoy your holiday tomorrow, everyone. You've all earned it as far as I'm concerned. We appreciate all you, again, beyond belief. And as always, keep your stick on the ice.